Now let's meet.
Hi, thanks for tuning in. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. The guard pair, it's Harden and Powell. Down in the block, it'll be Kawhi next to Zubac. And it's Jones in at the small forward. And for the Warriors, Green is out there with Butler. Then there's Moody. Then it's Curry. And it's Post in at the 5 down low. Should be a lot of great ball movement tonight, RJ. These teams love sharing the wealth out there.
And you gotta love it, Kevin. As a player, it's always great to see a team functioning as a unit. Fans love to see everyone get involved.
A shot by Curry, no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Now here's Harden. He's covered closely. Floats one up, and yes, it's good.
Whenever it's Harden running pick and rolls, you have to stop the ball first, ladies and gentlemen, or he will get you.
Curry passes to Moody. Back to Curry. Green with a screen for Curry. Nailed from three-point land.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter steal, but not who you want to leave open.
Takes it out to Leonard. Jones, no one around him. That falls. Nice feed that time from Leonard.
Yeah, Leonard really utilizing the vision to find the crack in the defensive coverage.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Powell with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And Leonard makes it look easy. Incredible at getting inside and just finishing with physicality.
Now here's Curry. Outside, Green. Sinks that one from the post.
And Draymond is smart at knowing when to shoot the ball, especially when he's got strong position inside.
Zubac with the screen for Harden. Fires the 3. Takes it out to Leonard. Pass to Harden. Leonard sets a screen for Harden. It's another look. Green with the block.
This is the high-impact D we expect from Green, an intelligent defender who can find these blocks.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played.
And to me, Draymond Green really embodies the idea of a high IQ player. He can read the opposition, predict where a play is going, and those instincts aren't something that can be easily taught to anyone.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, last season, Draymond Green got his three-pointer going again. He said, over the years, my shot took a dive. It was in large part because I couldn't get in and out of my hips. They were messed up. It was getting my movement patterns right. Kevin, my hips haven't been the same in years. Draymond's are good. Now they've made him tough to deal with. Back to you.
Your hips are pretty good, David. I've always said your hip. Floor spacing, always critical. Good point, D.A. Now, here is Harden. 5 points in the game. To the inside, Zubac. And Stephen Curry with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And stolen by Butler.
And you've got to do a better job of making sure the defender isn't in your space. I mean, if you've got a pump fake, you've got to make sure he doesn't have a chance for the steal.
Nice timing on the pass from Green, finding the open guy with ease.
Here's Jones. The Warriors making the shot. Inside. Takes it out to Leonard. Fires from deep. The Warriors pull it in.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
Greg, they're in a rhythm offensively, really cooking.
And the opposition looks helpless to stop them right now.
Butler sets a screen for Curry. To the inside. Here's Post. Zubac's defending. It's Curry outside. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Zubac has got 4 rebounds in this game. Jones from outside. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Jones has got 6.
Terrific recognition from Harden. He has a sixth sense when it comes to getting guys open.
Powell against Curry. We've got 33 seconds left in the first quarter. He can't get it to go. Leonard against Butler. And he gets the bucket. Leonard's got his second basket of the game.
Oh, great footwork there from Kawhi on that floater.
Curry looking around. Fires the 3. Curry with another miss. Outside Leonard. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the... And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And something else that's working for them is ball movement. A lot of their points so far have come as a result of smart play.
Setting the floor for the Clippers. The guard pair, it's Harden and Powell. Down in the block, it'll be Kawhi next to Zubac. And it's Jones in at the 3.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Kicks it out to Leonard. 3-pointer. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 3 assists in the game. People like to debate, and Greg, I don't know if this is you, what's better, Kawhi's defense or his offense?
Well, Kevin, I'll say this. Even if he was a subpar defender, his offense alone would have him among the league's top players. But his defense isn't subpar. At its best, it's elite.
Here's Curry with the 3. They get it back. Bounce pass, Butler. Here's Moody. A 3-pointer off the mark. Clippers leading by 9. From past the arc. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Jones. Harden's got 8 points.
A staple of Harden's attack. His 3-point shot is about as lethal as it gets.
And so Curry will bring it up for the Warriors. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. The shot's good.
And you're asking for trouble when you give Curry this positioning. He's so efficient down there.
Here's Harden. Takes it inside. Just 5 on the clock. 13 feet away. Zubac kicks to Leonard. Powell sets a screen for Leonard. Goes back up. Green with the block. Moody the pass to Curry. And so the ball's out of bounds. Powell touched it last. Green with a screen on Powell. Shot is good in the Los Angeles leads. Cut down to 7 on the bucket from Stephen Curry.
What focus from Curry on offense so far, doing everything he can to provide a lift for his squad.
Leonard sets a screen for Harden. Plays it up and banks it in. 10 points for him. And a big part of perimeter defense, Greg, avoiding screens. Some of the tricks of the trade in that regard.
Well, sometimes you have to get skinny. I mean, other times it's using your strength. A lot goes into it. Also, you know, getting a cadence for the screener. It's one of the more challenging aspects of NBA defense.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
It's deflected, and that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Pass to post.
Remaining in the first half.
Back to Curry. They set the pick. Shoots over Powell. Yep, it goes. And the Clipper lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Stephen Curry.
Good at keeping the game simple. When Curry sees the mid-range J open up, he rises up with confidence.
And the jam by Harden.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
Should we know that not many teams have had steady core players like the Warriors have had over the past decade.
Well, there's so much player movement these days, and it's hard to keep any roster intact, let alone a superstar team like Golden State. Understanding where he needs to be, Curry way out ahead that time.
Harden outside. Drills it from outside.
James Harden.
Harden's got 15 points.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
And there it is for him. Curry's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
How about the quickness on the drive from Curry? The moment he finds his opening, that guy is off to the races.
It's Harden with the drive, and the jam by Harden.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Now here's Curry. He's got 18. Butler on the wing. Guarded by Powell, and it's Butler missing. Clippers leading by 10. Powell kicks to Leonard. Here's Zubac from downtown. Jones, the pass to Harden. Oh, good with the triple. A deep three from Butler. No good on the last second attempt there. James Harden getting it done for the LA Clippers. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
Direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fans. Half-court shot. Drums, please. They're thinking about the shot.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Buddy Hield is out there with Pajemski. Then it's Kevon Looney. Then there's Gary Payton II. And it's Kuminga in a power forward. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Clippers are inaugurating their new arena this season, and they're set to host the All-Star Game next season. It will mark the 7th time that the LA area has hosted the All-Star facilities. Kevin, there will be no shortage of stars in attendance.
That's always the way it is in LA. You're so right, David. It ought to be quite a spectacle. Here's Bogdanovich after the Warriors pick up 3. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Pass to Eubanks. Back to Bogdanovich. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Bogdanovich has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Showing off his inside game. Bogdan is an all-around scorer.
And Kuminga throws it down.
Hits was his first attempt of the half. Not what you'd call suffocating D on that possession.
And, Richard, you just get the feeling that Jonathan Kuminga is finally starting to hit his stride, don't you?
It is all about opportunity in this league, Kevin. With more playing time and scoring chances, Kuminga has really blossomed, and he is not done getting better.
And Bogdanovic throws it down.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Podziemski with it. Dunn covering. Launches it. Offensive rebound. He's off on that one. Los Angeles leading by 14. And Brandon Podziemski gets the whistle that time.
First personal foul.
That is his first foul of the game.
Team foul.
Batum a screen on heel. And it's Bogdanovic off the drive. And he uses the glass on the layup. Bogdanovic has got 11 in the second half.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, I credit some of that to their communication out on the floor. They are attacking as a unit.
6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Oh, yeah, I can't agree more. They haven't missed.
Kuminga finds Hield. Shot to stop the run. Hits it from three-point range.
This is what Hield does. Exceptional at spacing the court with his three-point shooting.
Hield against Bogdanovic. Pass to Eubanks. Over in the corner, Batum. Here's Eubanks. Boom, he jams it straight down.
He is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. Podziemski, a special move before the shot. Podziemski's got 5 points in the quarter.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Eubanks, no good.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Hield against Dunn. Looney with it. Nothing on the board. Shot clock at 6. Here's Podziemski. That one misses. A D by Bogdanovic. That's a 2 from Hield. Top of the key jumper, no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Pass to Batum. There's the 3. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Warriors trail by 15.
Whoa, the solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. Here's Bogdanovic. Here's Eubanks. Back to Bogdanovic. Let's go. Los Angeles with another miss. Three-pointer, Payton. Here's Podziemski. Overdone. Podziemski's shot is good. Podziemski's got 7 points.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Yeah, you think you got to stop, and it's wasted because of sloppy work on the glass. You literally practice that every day.
And so it's the Los Angeles. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Setting the floor for the Clippers. The guard pair, it's Harden and Powell. Down in the block, it'll be Kawhi next to Zubac. And it's Jones in at the small forward position. Back to Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
An offensive juggernaut. It's fun watching Harden go out and just take over.
Powell against Curry. Curry gets inside and lays it in.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Kicks it out to Leonard. It's Powell on the wing. From the arc. Good on the three-point shot. Powell's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digits.
Bobbed up there for Green. It's stolen by Jones. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers with the hustle stats for the Clippers.
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
And they've really been able to get out in transition and produce. The defense hasn't had an answer for this up-tempo pace.
Takes it out to Leonard. Lets it go from deep. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got his 5th assist in this one.
You set him up more often than not. Leonard will knock him down.
And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity.
Second.
Now the Clippers with it. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Outside Leonard. Harden surveying the D. Here he goes. And Harden with the stuff.
He's not going to beat you with speed. Harden uses his footwork and his strength to create separation on his way to the rim.
And he's good on the 3-ball. Curry's got 5 points in the quarter.
It works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
And stolen by Butler. And here we go. Butler heading to the hoop. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Well, you don't want to forget about the athleticism of Butler. Just a sick slammer of the basketball. You can't allow him to get to that launching pad.
Harden against Butler. Harden kicks to Jones. Zubats with the screen for Jones. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Got a piece of it. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Warriors trail by 16. It's Curry outside. He can't get that one to fall.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
It's Powell with the drive. Banked in off the glass.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
Curry way outside. The long distance 3 is buried. Curry's got 26 points.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Clippers.
At every opportunity, they managed to push the ball and keep the up-tempo game going.
I think it paid off, that's for sure.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for James Harden.
Okay, I'm going to explain what he did here. It's called playmaking. Being someone that seeks out their teammates, making the extra pass.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
All road wins. They're just so sweet. They're just so sweet. You know why? Because they are so hard to come by.
Harden outside. Zubats with the screen for Harden. to the paint. And the dunk by Zubac.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
Now Curry. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This one, thank you, David. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So for our reporter, David.
both pile up assists.
Those are some of the better teams to play for and are the most dangerous in terms of setting up your scheme defensively. Coaching staffs have a really hard time trying to get their team ready against an opponent that moves the ball as often as both of these teams do tonight.
Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. DeRozan and Murray in at the forward spots. Then there's Zach LaVine. Then it's Sabonis. And it's Ellis in at the point. Now here's DeRozan. And the dunk by DeRozan.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Here's Curry. The three ball. Rebounded. Sabonis. Murray with it. Green picks him up. Back to Murray. Pass to DeRozan. And he banks in the layup. DeRozan's gotten his second bucket.
And that's where the frame of DeRozan comes into play. So good at bodying up to get his.
DeMar DeRozan, an impressive scorer who takes relatively few three-point shots, Grant.
Yeah, the arc is not his primary focus. He'd rather pick you apart in the mid-range, but he does it so consistently that the points pile up quick.
Pass to LaVine. DeRozan a screen. Now LaVine. 6 to shoot. Here's Ellis. Fires from deep. Nails it from beyond the arc.
You got to keep that head up, and LaVine knows that. Able to hit his man in stride there.
Curry surveys. Can they get it? The rebound by Murray.
Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but like plenty of room.
The deep three from LaVine. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Golden State has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Outside Moody. Oh, there's the alley. Curry against LaVine. Lets it go from deep. Curry's shot is off.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Here's Ellis. Outside for LaVine. Puts up a three. Another miss. He's 0 for 2 now. And so it's Butler who brings up the ball for the Golden State Warriors. Looking for their first basket of the game.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. No surprise here. Stephen Curry hopes to be a Warrior for life. He said being a part of a group of legends that have played for one franchise, established a culture, and won at the highest level, and did it with a lot of different roster combinations, I don't ever take that for granted. Brian, what a run.
Yeah, it is a great run, and he's been the foundation, Allie. Thank you.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
Well, Grant, the Kings, one of those up-and-coming teams that are knocking at the door.
Yeah, they have some stars, BA. They have some great role players, too. Part of their problem is they're in the Western Conference. It's so hard to just make the play-in tournament in that conference. Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Now here's Butler. Yet to see a basket.
At last, their cold streak is over. They finally found something that worked.
Yeah, the point is to score, so getting that first one, that always helps.
Here's LaVine for 3. Another 3 for Sacramento.
And with how well LaVine attacks the bucket, defensively, you almost have to give him space to shoot threes.
Sacramento leading by 15. Late clock here. The Kings need to get one up. Sabonis can't hit. Golden State has gone 0 for 4 from deep to start this one.
Did you see that? I mean, going right to the rim. That's how you finish in the open floor.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Here's Levine, following the score by Golden State. And it's DeRozan missing. Outside Curry. Over DeRozan. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's Sacramento in command with a 13th. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Kings.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
I love the passing that they displayed at the start of the game. Great ball movement that's opening up some chances without really getting deep into the execution.
Stephen Curry is out there with Moses Moody. Then it's Green. Then there's Butler. And it's Post in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group for Golden State as we kick off the second quarter. Here's Sabonis. The three from DeRozan. He drops it from range. DeRozan's got 7.
And what's interesting, the three ball isn't a big part of DeRozan's game, but when he's feeling it, he can make it happen.
From the baseline. Butler surveying the floor. Here's Post. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
And a deep three from Curry. They get it back. Butler passes to Green. The three is up. The ball's knocked loose. Oh, Sabonis with the steal. DeRozan. Oh, I mean, something else, man. Wow.
And make it happen.
Yeah, stylish flush by DeRozan. Flying up and making a big-time statement at the rim.
There he is. The three-point king delivers on cue.
We see this every night. He has the skill and versatility to keep a defense guessing.
One thing this Golden State team does very well is control the offensive glass, Brent.
Well, there's been a lot of talk analytically, BA, about how advantageous it is to come in and swoop through to grab offensive rebounds. Golden State has bought into that philosophy. They also have guys who take a lot of long shots, so that's long rebounds with a better chance of gaining an extra possession. So some smart analytical play here from Golden State in the past couple seasons.
Levine with a screen on Curry. Ellis. And a miss there on the triple. Warriors trail by 12. Here's Butler. Oh, Butler getting aggressive.
Jimmy's such a well-conditioned athlete using that vertical he has to get up and throw it down.
Here's Levine. Out to Sabonis.
2 minutes.
Here's Ellis. He's covered by Curry. The three. Rebounded by Green.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Curry on the drive. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Curry's got 5 now.
Yeah, Curry going coast to coast in no time, so great speed shown on that fast break.
Here's Ellis. He's covered by Curry. This one for 3. Ellis's shot is off.
He's cold from distance here in the second quarter. May want to try a different approach moving forward.
The Kings lead by 8. Murray passes to Ellis. Here's DeRozan. DeRozan with the power move.
And DeRozan just so crafty on those moves. Slips right through the contact for the finish.
Now Here's Curry, guarded closely. Moody on the wing, outside Butler. Three-pointer. Boom! Three for Jimmy.
Nice to see Butler drain the three ball. This really opens up the rest of his game.
Outside Levine. 29 seconds left to play in the half. Out to Sabonis. DeRozan a screen. 4-3. And that's good. Sabonis for three. He's got 5.
Well, that's a bonus right there to have DeMontis step out and shoot the three and stretch out the defense.
Outside Curry. Fires for 3. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Sabonis has got 5 rebounds in the game. Here's Levine for 3. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And that concludes the first half. Appreciate it, Allie. And we'll be coming right back after this break. Ready for the third quarter.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot drum line. They're measuring up the shot.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You know, DeMar DeRozan has been exceptional here, guys.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
And so in the game for the Kings, they've got Malik Monk. Trey Lyles is out there with Jonas Valanciunas. Then there's Jay Crowder, and it's LaRavia in at the small forward position. Now here's Peyton. And he's going for the oop here. And the ball out of play. The Kings will have it. All right, Grant, which U.S.-born player do you think has the best chance to supplant LeBron as the face of the league?
Oh, man, you're putting me on the spot, B.A. Well, the conversation has to be between Jason Tatum, Ja Morant, and Anthony Edwards. They're the best young talent that the U.S. has to offer, and they're only getting better. And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
And the basket by Hield.
Well, that's a guy you want to find, Buddy Hield, with the response from 3.
Outside Monk. Second half getting started. About a minute played. Here's Valanciunas. Left side Monk. Here's the 3. Warriors with the rebound. And when you look back at the 2023 draft, the Warriors got great value out of their picks.
Yeah, I mean, they got Pajimski with the 19th pick, a versatile player who impacts the game at both ends. They also got Trace Jackson-Davis late in the second round, and he is a fundamentally sound big man with great upside.
Now here's Valanciunas. No made baskets yet, and it's Gary Payton II with a foul. That's his first foul. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. And the basket by Monk.
Lazy defense there, guys. You have to guard the outside on inbounds plays, too. Every man has to be accounted for in those situations.
Here's Hield. High arcing shot, and he sinks the layup. Hield's got 5 points.
Tricky there on that play as Hield had the soft floater that trickled in.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Ryan, the Warriors play a unique style predicated on passing and cutting off the ball. Stephen Curry said the main goal is to just force the defense to make as many decisions as you can. So with all that ball movement and body movement, they're going to mess up at some point. Ryan?
Well, it helps having a weapon like Stephen Curry. Thanks, Allie. And so it's Golden State with it. Sacramento getting their last shot to go. Hield passes to Payton. Back come the Kings in transition. On up the court. Here's Valanciunas. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in.
Good passing in the paint may be even more important to an offense than great passing on the perimeter. Those are areas where you got to be careful.
Hield for 3. He can't get it to go. Sacramento leading by 13. To the inside. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Valanciunas has to eat. That's a vicious finish.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Outside Kuminga, the three is up. Knocks down the triple.
That's pretty much not how they defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Outside Monk. Lots of room. Looney grabs a miss.
I saw a green light there. He's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
Oh, yeah. That'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. And Brett, you've always seen the flashes, but now it seems the game is slowed down for Kuminga.
Well, BA, a lot of fans clamoring for Kuminga to get minutes even earlier on, but the Warriors took a very slow approach to his development, and now you're starting to see some of that athleticism and strength and some of that patience paying off for Jonathan Kuminga.
Sacramento leading by 10. On the wing, Crowder, guarded by Heel. It's Monk on the wing. Five on the clock. Back to Crowder. This one for three. Great D that time from Podziemski. And the deficit down inside single digits. Podziemski's got 4 points in the quarter.
Boy, shot out of a cannon on that possession. Good look up court.
And the foul called on Brandon Podziemski. That's his first foul of the game. And it's a completely new group here for the Warriors.
Substitution on the court.
DeRozan passes to Sabonis. Shot from 16. And another miss by Sacramento. Warriors trail by 8. Here's Green. Oh! Green dropping the hammer!
For all the things that Draymond does, when he gets dunks, it makes him even more excitable.
They kick it out to Murray. Pass to Ellis. Murray, a screen on Curry. Got it up. And that's not gonna go. And so it's the Sacramento Kings with a 6. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle. You can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
DeMar DeRozan.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. They've got Moses Moody, Jimmy Butler out there with Draymond Green. Then there's Stephen Curry, and it's Post in at center, filling out the middle. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Pass to Moody from the arc. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry. Moody's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Ellis. He's covered by Curry. Puts up a three. Sends it home from three-point land. And the Kings lead by 8.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth. Showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Green, a screen. Moody passes to Green. DeRozan right side. Pass to Levine. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Moses Moody. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And Sacramento has possession. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points.
Yeah, passing hasn't been a focus for Murray, but being able to participate in ball movement will be key for him.
The three from Curry. Zach LaVine clears it away.
And it's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
LaVine down the lane, and then jammed it down as he goes right over Jimmy Butler.
That's the sauce right there. I mean, every night, LaVine approaches the rim like it's a dunk contest.
Outside for Butler. To halt the run. Rebound by Sacramento. Sabonis has got his 6th rebound on the night. And it's Jimmy Butler with the foul.
Jimmy Butler.
That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. 2nd team foul.
DeRozan outside. The rebound by Moody. Moody's got 4 rebounds now. Green. Oh, look at Green. So smart, so athletic.
Draymond Green sees that he can get out into the lane. He can run the floor with some speed.
Here's Levine. And Levine throws it down.
And staring at a sizable deficit, the defense has to tighten up.
Out of bounds. It'll be Kings ball.
Yeah, the body language right now is not looking good for this basketball team. The game might be out of reach, but they have to avoid mistakes like that.
Murray for 3. Murray! Good from way out.
Early on in his NBA career, Murray's showing he's a capable shooter.
They set the pick, and here's Butler outside. Rebounded, Domantas Sabonis. Sabonis has got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Levine for 3. Warriors with the rebound. Moody's got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to post. Let's go with a 3. Knocks down the long J.
He's got a sweet stroke from long range. Plenty of bigs do now.
Here's Ellis. Butler covering. Levine against Curry. Leaves it for DeRozan. What a play!
Gliding the pass to where it needed to be.
Wow, a strong finish to seal the deal. Looking to end this cold spell. Curry, no good. The Kings lead by 14. Murray from outside. The rebound by Post.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look. And a comfortable win for them here. Game is out of reach. Good performance for the Kings.
And it was dueling 3-pointers all night. A battle they won.
Both teams had the same plan. Win the game on the perimeter. So fun to watch.
And as most people predicted, the defense, even though they were keying on him, had no answers for Zach LaVine.
It felt like there was more than one of them out there tonight. He was involved on every possession, and he made his presence felt in so many ways.
Now here's Levine. Sabonis with a screen on Butler. Here's Levine for 3. Jimmy Butler with a rebound.
And they have to know that any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss?
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Butler can't get that one to fall. The 3 is up. And Levine gets it to go on the assist by Murray. So it's the Kings winning this one easily. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down,
should attract a lot of attention in this game. That matchup at the guard position. That is going to be special.
Well, that's the point of attack on both ends of the floor, and it's always fun to see skilled and capable guards duel it out. It is like watching a great chess match.
Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. DeRozan and Murray slot in at the small and power forward. Ellis is out there with Levine, and it's Sabonis in at the 5, home in the paint. On the wing, DeRozan, guarded by Harden. Levine against Jones. Ellis with a screen on Jones. 4 on the clock, and the jam by Levine.
Boy, hard to keep up with the quickness of Zach LaVine. You get that first step off the drive, and it's over.
Here's Harden going inside, and Harden with the stop.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there? It just gets to the rack really easy.
Sabonis' screen on Jones. Here's Levine, and then jammed down as he goes right over Ivica Zubac.
Such a big-time athlete. LaVine makes the hardest moves look easy.
Recently, Doris, the Clippers have had their most successful stretch in franchise history.
Well, think about it, Kevin. They've only missed the playoffs twice, going all the way back to 2012. They made their first conference finals in team history back in 2021. Not bad for a franchise that had one of the worst win-loss records in league history.
Wide open look here for Murray. Hits the three-point bomb.
And you like Murray as a spot-up shooter. Knows where to park himself and always ready to receive the pass.
Harden finds Zubac. Sacramento grabs the miss.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Harden against DeRozan. Kicks it out to Ellis. Oh, good on the triple. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Back to Harden. Three-pointer. A three-pointer is right on target. Harden's got 7 points.
Well, James Harden, a sniper through and through. You give him even a little sliver of daylight, and that ball is gone.
And Levine with the slam.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. Here's Harden. Kicks it out to Leonard. Pass to Zubac. Another shot. Back to Leonard. A 3-ball. And Domantas Sabonis pulls it down. Kings have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Levine. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. And, Doris, what's amazing to me, if you look at Kawhi Leonard's production year to year, there's no drop-off.
There's certainly consistency to what Kawhi Leonard does. When he entered the league, he was a defensive force from the outset. And then he built methodically his offensive game. Free throws, post-game, and now range shooting. He is a complete basketball player.
Levine for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, you're working the two-man game with Kawhi Leonard as your primary target. That's the first guy you need to stop.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks very much. James Harden is still a factor at age 35. He says, I'm more than a scorer, so for me, it's just impacting the game at the highest level. Kevin, he's led the league in scoring 3 times, but he's also led the league in assists. So it's pretty much true. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Oh, don't forget, he rebounds as well as any guard right now in the NBA. Here's Harden. Over in the corner, Zubac. Zubac with the screen for Harden. Back to Zubac. Kicks it out to Jones. Just 5 to shoot. To the middle. And the dunk by Zubac.
Yeah, if you allow Zubac's positioning near the cup, look out. This is what you can expect.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. It's tipped. Ellis finds Sabonis. Back to Ellis. Outside DeRozan. Off with the layup. Up in time. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. James Harden getting it done for L. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Clippers.
These guys have been so quick off the dribble, finding great lanes to attack and getting themselves to the basket.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
On the court for Sacramento, the post pair for him will be Murray and Sabonis. Levine is out there with Ellis, and it's DeRozan in at the small forward position. Stolen by Levine. Lobs it up for Levine. Pass to Ellis. Back to Levine. Ellis outside. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Hey, Greg, one thing that the Kings have had work for them over the last few seasons is their depth.
And have made some shrewd moves to fill out their bench. Got great contributions from their 6 through 10 players. It's been a big part of their recent success.
Talk about confidence. Greg, what do you think about Harden's quote from a couple years ago when he said, "I'm not a system player, I am the system"?
Kevin, I laughed when I heard it because most guys couldn't say that. But Harden absolutely can. He's an elite scorer turned elite passer. Your offense has to orbit around him when he's on the floor.
Leonard with the screen on DeRozan. Harden kicks to Leonard. The three goes down the hatch from Kawhi.
I love when Kawhi Leonard evens things up. You make a three, I'm coming right back at you.
DeRozan a screen on Jones. For three, Levine, and another three for Sacramento.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Sabonis sets the pick for Levine. Sabonis finds Levine. Ellis with a screen on Jones. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot before second violation.
Clippers ball.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Harden gets the bucket.
James Harden simply stated is putting it to the defense right now. Somebody has got to step up and get the ball out of his hands.
On the wing, Levine, defended by Jones. Levine against Jones. A shot by Sabonis, nobody around. And that comes off the assist by Levine. Sabonis has got 5. Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and the media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
DeRozan on the wing. Harden with the defensive effort. And so Harden will bring it up for the Clippers. To the right side. The drive by Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
He beats a Zubac leaves, no doubt. That is a big-time finish.
DeRozan, that's good.
And there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Harden against Murray. Harden outside. Pass to Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard might be quiet off the board, but on the board he makes a lot of noise.
Now Levine. He's got 9. Now here's DeRozan. On the clock, the kick out to Sabonis. From 18 feet away, the Clippers grab the miss.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Harden the pass to Leonard, and stolen by Murray. Just 1 second between the shots.
Oh, you got to be kidding.
Defensive foul.
Elite athleticism. Levine able to go up, take the hit, and convert.
The Kings shooting their first free throw of the game here.
In the season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
The Clippers trail. Leonard inside. Murray on him. Leonard sets a screen for Harden.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
And to me,
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half. Got inside on demand.
now this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
So with Leonard on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Bogdanovich is out there with Dunn. Then there's Drew Eubanks. Then there's Batum. And it's Coffey in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Bogdanovich, and the layup's good off the glass. And the Clippers lead by 1.
Showing off his inside game. Bogdan is an all-around scorer.
Down low, Valanciunas. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off. As we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ballgame.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
In the corner, Eubanks with it. And the 3 off target. Sacramento's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Crowder the pass to LaRavia. Valanciunas with the ball. And Batum picks him up defensively. 6 on the shot clock. Lays it up off the glass. Valanciunas has got the lead up to 3 now for Sacramento.
With his strength, it isn't easy to upset Valanciunas with a little contact. You're going to have to get a lot more physical than that.
Batum for 3. John misses. Kings have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Bogdanovich against Crowder. Monk with a screen on Bogdanovich. Crowder kicks to Monk. And the 3 ball is good. And now a 6-point Kings lead.
And Monk's just got a good feel for kind of how to exploit the defense, especially about how quickly he gets his shot off after getting the pass.
Bogdanovich goes in.
Go into the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Valanciunas inside. Eubanks defending. Valanciunas good.
Well, efficient scoring in the post, just one of the reasons Valanciunas is out there.
Bogdanovich looking around, and there's the drive. Eubanks the pass to Dunn. Hands it from downtown. Dunn's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defender.
Monk against Dunn.
2 minutes.
To the inside. Valanciunas. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
I tell you, you allow Jonas Valanciunas space and he will throw it down. He's got the size and length to make it look easy.
Crowder against Bogdanovich. There's the pick. Outside, Batum. That fall. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich.
Touch right around the rim by Nick Batum. Go ahead, score inside. Nick, show him what you got.
Monk against Dunn. Latrey. Eubanks grabs the miss. Clippers trail by 3. Right side, Bogdanovich. Here's Coffey. Here's Eubanks. And he gets it to go. Hitting off the back of the rim. Eubanks got his first basket.
And now this game's taken on a whole new feel since halftime.
What energy we're seeing. Something has lit a fire under both of these teams.
There's the screen. Back to Monk. Puts the move on. And then Monk with the dunk.
I tell you, Monk has some bunnies on him. I mean, he leaps up there with ease to throw that one down. The D has got to be a little bit more aware of his athleticism.
Pass to Eubanks. Crowder with the steal. Here's Valanciunas. Drops in the breakaway layup. And now a 5-point Kings lead.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Crowder against Bogdanovich. Here's Eubanks. And it's done in the corner. He got it up. And that one released in time, but no good. And we've watched 3 so far in this one.
Time for the
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. And it's Harden with the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. It's a 5-point game. And a look at the 5 for the Kings to start the 4th. They've got Jonas Valanciunas. Monk is out there with Jay Crowder. Then it's Trey Lyons. And it's LaRavia in at the 3. And then Monk with the dunk.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And we've got a lineup change here for Sacramento.
substitution on the court.
Clippers shooting wonderfully up to this point, 67%. Harden against DeRozan. Outside Leonard. Pass to Jones. Shot clock at 5. Launches a 3. Nice D from Levine. Kings leading now by 5. And we've played through about a minute here in the 4th. Missed inside. Here's Harden on the wing. For 3. That's in. Coming off an assist from Jones. Harden's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, the mechanics of James Harden's shooting are just so defined and on point. He gets the ball, and he's ready to shoot right away.
Here's Levine. Pass to Ellis. Back to Levine. Sacramento needs to get off a shot. Good work there as it goes.
Wow, the unbelievable footwork and touch for DeMar DeRozan. It is on display nightly.
Leonard with a screen on DeRozan. And the jam by Harden.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Boy, as tight as this one is, that's a statement play saying, hey, listen, we're not here to back down from you guys.
The Clippers have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Powell kicks to Leonard. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
First personal foul.
That's on Keegan Murray.
And Leonard is such a tough cover. He's so good at baiting the D into foul.
Monk's checked in for the Kings. And it's tied up with that one. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. DeRozan with a screen for Monk to the paint. And DeRozan with the basket on the assist by Monk. That's now 8 points for DeMar DeRozan.
Oh, my goodness. You could tell DeMar DeRozan demanded the basketball. He wanted the chance to be the deciding factor.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
DeRozan dishes to Murray. Back to DeRozan. Murray left side. Outside, Levine. 5 on the clock. Out to DeRozan. To the middle. Here's Monk. And then Monk with the dunk.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Harden surveying the D. And the jam by Harden.
Oh, my. James Harden with a statement right there.
Outside, Sabonis. And slam dunk by Sabonis.
Big-time delivery from Domantas Sabonis. Okay.
Clippers have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. Pass to Zubac. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A sign of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Jonas Valanciunas is checked in for the Kings. And Harden wide open. He shoots. Nails the triple.
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Murray, the pass to DeRozan. Pass to Valanciunas. Out to DeRozan. Timeout, Kings. Well, given the scenario here, how do you approach this next possession?
And usually you want to go for the 2-for-1 here to maximize the clock.
Two on the clock. Levine inside the three-point line. Here's Valanciunas. Levine against Jones. DeRozan a screen on Jones. Here's Levine. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
You know, I like that mentality by Levine. Taking it inside, mixing it up a little bit.
First free throw is good, and that ties the game up. And so both free throws good that time, and that puts him ahead.
He is absolutely the guy you want at the line in that situation. It just shows you how much he loves these moments.
Harden against DeRozan. It's Harden with the drive. Yes!
Oh, fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly. Timeout, Sacramento. So I'm looking at the clock, and guys, the situation. What do you think we're going to see next?
And this is it, guys. Down 1. They've got just enough time to work it around for a good shot, and it better be a good shot because it's the only shot they have.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. Guys, what What are their best options now?
Not sure they have enough time for the catch and shoot here. Only hope is to try for a tip in off the inbound. They've got their work cut out for them on this possession.
Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good.
That's the end of the game. A huge thank you to all the fans.
Thank you for
came
that,
out to
David.
this one.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Dorisburg.
with Moody. Then it's Green. Then there's Butler. And it's Post in at the center position. And for the Clippers, Harden and Powell, their backcourt. Kawhi and Zubats make up the front court. And it's Jones in at the small forward position. Well, Grant, what should we expect in a veteran-heavy matchup like this?
You know, BA, it typically means we'll get a clean game. These guys have been around for a while and know how to take care of the basketball.
Oh, got that one up quick.
Just an unselfish play from Curry, always ready to move the ball and his body to help an open shooter.
Butler against Harden. Pass to Zubats. Out to Leonard. Harden surveying the D. 4 on the clock. And here's Zubats. Oh, it's stolen by Butler. Now Green. It's stolen by Leonard. In transition, here come the Clippers. Jones, the pass to Powell. Leonard with the ball. Fires in the triple.
Talk about a pure jumper. Leonard doesn't need a lot of space to rise up.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Tyronn Lue gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. I asked him outright how he planned to deal with Steph Curry. How does anyone deal with him, Coach joked. He went on to say, we'll try to contest every shot and chase him off the arc, but emphasis on try. Not easy to solve a problem with no good solution, I guess, BA.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Here's Harden. Banked it in off the glass. Harden's got his second basket of the game.
Just an absolute ferocious score. When Harden gets a chance to score from the interior, he doesn't think twice about shooting.
Remember when people were questioning whether the Warriors were truly a dynasty, RJ?
I do, and that was erased for good with that championship run in 2022. I still think that is Steph's most important championship. That title cemented them as one of the all-time great teams of the last 50 years.
6 on the shot clock, and no good.
Why? Just why? Come on, man. Save that one for practice.
Right side Moody. There's the 3. It's rebounded by Zubats. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far.
He was way ahead of the pack. No one around to contest. He can do anything he wants in that situation.
And those might be the easiest points of the month for him.
And that one good.
When you get a chance to run the floor like that, you have to capitalize. Great hustle on that play.
Here's Green. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
That's just bully ball. Green knows where he wants to go, and no one can do anything about it.
Harden from outside. They grab their own miss. And it's slammed in by Zubats.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
Offensive rebounding is about hustle and determination. Huge putback, making a statement there.
Knocked away. It's stolen by Green. Pass to Butler. He goes up, and it's Butler with the jam.
No surprise, it's Green who gets it all started, using those defensive instincts to find the steal.
Out to Leonard. Powell, a screen on Green. And the basket by Leonard. Leonard's got 5 now.
And defensively, you have to make him work harder than this, or it's going to be a long night.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one.
Making use of the in-between area. Curry's ability to break defenses down opens up these shots.
Well, Richard, with the relocations and the floor he covers, Curry is still an anomaly with his conditioning.
Oh, he's got an off-season program that would make other NBA stars tap out, including myself. His conditioning is amongst the best of all time. It wears on you as a defender.
Now here's Harden. He's got 7. And Harden with the slam.
What an athlete Harden is. Gets off the ground so fast to hammer it down.
Powell against Curry. Driving to the basket. An easy 2 on the layup. 9 points in the game.
That's a guy you want taking shots. A quality offensive player.
Powell, a screen on Butler. Up to Powell. Here's the teardrop. Jones from outside. Oh, and no question, powered it down.
What he might lack in height at the 4 spot, he makes up for it with his burst.
Pass to post. Jacks up a 3, and that comes off the assist by Green.
I know it's early, but you have to wonder if these offenses can keep this up.
There will be some letdown at some point, but these teams, they are built to score, so...
Offense is coming free and easy as we wrap up the first. Clipper. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
Oh, boy, they've been driving deep into that defense early on, and it's paid off. Great penetration from the perimeter so far.
And the other thing you notice is how determined they've been to get into the paint and get buckets around the rim.
So on the floor for Golden State to kick off the second quarter. Green out there with Butler. Then there's Stephen Curry. Then it's Moses Moody. And it's Post in at the 5. You know, for all the accolades thrown Stephen Curry's way, Richard, I've heard you say he might be the best conditioned player ever.
Absolutely. When you think about all the ground he covers every single game, his stamina is still something that I will always be impressed with.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
A point guard getting up like that, boy, that is special.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, a lot of new developments for the Clippers this season, and obviously they have the new arena, new designs for their logo, jerseys, and court. Not only that, their G-League team moving into a brand new arena in Oceanside, renewing the San Diego Clippers moniker. Brian, a lot to be excited about for this Clips team.
No question. Good stuff, Allie. Thank you. Warriors trail by 3. Here's Curry. Oh, Curry with the hustle.
And Curry makes the floater look so sweet. You just assume that it's going in the minute he releases it.
With the step back. Harden against Butler. Harden, the pass to Zubac. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
I mean, that was just terrific work to stay in control and finish.
Well, Grant, with all the parity and competition in the league today, there are still those teams piling up losses.
Yeah, B.A., and with teams like the Thunder excelling, it's almost like youth is no longer an excuse, but some rebuilds take longer than others.
And he continues to cast away, but the results just haven't been there tonight.
Powell against Curry. Leonard outside. Lets it go from the wing. The offensive rebound. Zubac passes to Harden. Back to Zubac. Clock at 6. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
Just watch James Harden. It's beautiful. He plays at his own pace. He reads the floor as well as anybody in the game.
The 3 from Curry. There he is. The three-point king delivers on cue.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
Here's Zubac. Takes it inside. Three-pointer. Harden gets the 3 ball to go. Harden's got 14.
This is Harden's mindset. Consistent at attacking and looking to shoot off the catch.
Powell against Curry. Over to the wing. Here's Post. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Los Angeles leading by 6. On the wing, Curry. And now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter here. Inside, Post. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Zubac has got rebound number 8 here already in the game. To the middle. On the wing, Harden. Butler covering. Harden, the pass to Powell. Yes, and a nice assist from Harden. And now it's a 9-point Los Angeles lead.
Meet your point guard. Harden stirs the drink for you as effectively as he scores.
Pass to Post. Back to Curry. It's stolen by Leonard. Left side, Harden. Knocked loose. Butler against Leonard. launches it from deep. Butler can't get it to go.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
A spectacular athlete. When Leonard drives to the rim, he's difficult to stop.
Now Los Angeles with it. They're on a 15-5 run. Harden against Curry. Outside Harden. Puts it up. The Warriors pull it in.
Credit the defensive effort there, not giving him room to operate.
And here's Butler outside. Jones grabs the board. Los Angeles leading by 11. Powell with it. Now guarded by Moody. Leonard for three. Look at Leonard. Dialed in from deep.
And he's a selective three-point shooter. Kawhi only takes them if he feels he has a good look.
They set a pick. The three from Curry. It's rebounded by Zubats. Zubats has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Jones against Curry. Jones, the pass to Powell. Back to Jones. Leonard, right side. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's Los Angeles. Thanks very much, Allie. And folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll. They're measuring up the shot.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Stephen Curry having a dominant impact in this game.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
They've got Chris Dunn, Nicholas Batum out there with Amir Coffey. Then it's Drew Eubanks, and it's Bogdanovich in at the two-guard spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Eubanks, the pass to Bogdanovich. Here's Coffey. Shot clock at 6. From deep three-point land. Looney grabs the miss. Warriors trail by 11. Here's Payton. From outside, off the mark. Now here's Eubanks. Guarded by Payton. Doubled by Payton. Dunn, the pass to Eubanks. Nice move. Got a hand on it. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Podziemski's shot is good. Podziemski's got 6 here in the quarter.
Gotta D him up better than that. He's simply too good from beyond the arc.
Outside Bogdanovich. Pass to Eubanks. Down low. Heel to the ball. Dunn in his pocket. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
They're doing the job on both ends, getting stops and attacking offensively.
All the momentum seems to be running in their favor. They're close to taking the lead.
And how about Brandon Podziemski, Richard? When he's given the minutes, he can stuff the stat sheet.
Yeah, even when it comes to his rebounding, B.A. That's the result of great heart, great hustle, and great timing. His teammates feed off his energy.
Here's Bogdanovich. Pass to Eubanks. Dunn outside. Fires from deep. Doesn't go that time. And here are the Warriors now. They picked up 11 straight. Outside heel. Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. And a nice finish on the layup.
The execution has been better lately. But do they have enough energy to pull it off?
The thing they have to watch for is mental fatigue. They have to stay focused and finish the job.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, Coach Steve Kerr said of Jonathan Kuminga, we were trying really for a long time to get him to attack, hit the ball in the paint and dunk it because he's unstoppable there. You just don't know when something's going to click, but it has clicked, and it's beautiful to see.
He has certainly found his lane, Allie. Thank you.
2 minutes remaining.
To the inside. Looney passes to Kuminga. Back to Looney. Oh, look at Looney at the rim.
Not the tallest center in the league. He more than makes up for it with those crazy hops.
Bogdanovich down low, guarded by Hield. Here's Coffey. No points yet, and he dunks it down.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Now here's Podziemski, defended by Dunn.
The defense had the pass well anticipated. They know the offense wants to get that ball inside.
And the basket by Coffey. And now a 4-point Clipper lead.
Well, Batum can do a little of everything out there, including making quality passes to wide open guys.
Now here's Payton. Defense is right there. There's a screen by Kuminga. Here's Podziemski. Tried to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good. Now here's Dunn, defended by Podziemski. And it's Gary Payton II with a foul.
Gary Payton.
That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Eubanks the screen. Here's Dunn. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Dunn's got his first 2 points of the night. Here's Hield. Offensive board. Outside Kuminga. And again, no good by Golden State. Los Angeles leading by 6. And here's Bogdanovich. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Pass to Eubanks. Back to Bogdanovich. 1 second left. Oh, and the buzzer beater is good!
Makes his selection just in time.
And so it's Los Angeles, finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. Great shot selection right now, keeping the game simple and getting high percentage looks. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And two teammates on the same page. Woo.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. So on the floor for Golden State, Moody is out there with Stephen Curry. Then there's Butler, then it's Green, and it's Post in at the center position. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Grant, when you look at Draymond Green's career, you think he's going to the Hall of Fame?
You know, B.A., I believe so. He's won multiple titles, and we know how impactful he has been as a defender and distributor especially. I think we'll see him in Springfield one day.
The quintessential glue guy. Green does all the dirty work. You need one of these guys on your team because he has such a diverse skill set.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Los Angeles leading by 12. Leonard looking around. Just 5 to shoot. And there's the lob. And that one is hammered home.
Good heads-up basketball. Season opening and capitalizes.
Outside Moody. On the wing. Curry takes a three. Leonard pulls down the board. Leonard's got 5 rebounds in the game. Here comes Kawhi. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
They're making it look easy out there, just having fun.
Man, their offense is clicking. Players, coaches, everybody, they are in sync.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. That won't go either for Curry. Now Los Angeles with it. They're on a 9-1 run. Three-pointer, Harden. No good on the shot. Warriors trail by 16. Fires the three, and it's Stephen Curry with the three. Curry's got 20.
And when Curry is shooting while in rhythm, he is lights out. Nothing you can do to stop him.
From outside the arc, and there's Leonard on the assist by Harden.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Curry, no good.
You know what? He's got to look to get other guys involved. The three-point stroke is off.
And that was a good read from Leonard. Noticing the overcommitment and exploiting it.
Curry with it. He's picked up by Jones. Outside, Green. Kept alive. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Woo, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
2 minutes.
Pass to Leonard. Now Zubats. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
First personal foul.
He took the contact and had an opportunity to drain it.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
They're moving the ball around so well, guys. Quick passes, letting the next guy do the work if you don't have a look.
Yeah, another thing, this offense came in aggressive, driving into the lane, forcing the defense to try to adjust. So far, the defense hasn't had enough of an answer.
Warriors foul. Stephen Curry. Second personal foul. Second team.
No good on that one.
At the line for 2, Norman Powell.
So neither attempt will fall that time for him. Warriors trail by 18. Green with a screen on Powell. And here's Butler outside. Hits the trifecta. Butler's got 5 points in the quarter.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Clippers.
I think it was their play in the paint that got them the win tonight.
And the defense seemed powerless to stop them down low, resulting in plenty of high percentage shots for them.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Kawhi Leonard.
I have to say, he was totally unleashed tonight, flying up and down the court, helping out however he could. He made a big impact on both ends.
1:05 left in the fourth quarter. Zubats. The rebound by Post. And Curry's got the ball here for Golden State. 17-point game. Pass to Post. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry.
Three-pointer.
So it's Los Angeles now. They led by as many as 18. Out to Leonard. On the wing, Harden. Puts up a deep three. An absolute bomb from three-point range. And the Clippers lead by 17. Curry from deep three-point land. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Leonard, left side. Soft touch off the glass.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
So no problem for the Clippers as they get... Thanks, Alec. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Grant Hill, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long, everyone.
Greg, I know you do. One thing you gotta love watching is great ball movement.
Which is something both of these teams take pride in. It's always fun to watch guys be unselfish with the ball and look to make each other better.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Draymond Green is out there with Jonathan Kuminga. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Podziemski in at the center position.
Right now, Sabonis just taking charge, taking initiative, getting aggressive on that.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Here's Curry with the three. And it's Sacramento with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Levine. Here's Ellis. It's stolen by Curry. And here we go. Kuminga heading to the hoop. Count the basket.
Well, when Butler's this focused, defenders, beware.
Jimmy Butler just seems to raise his game come playoff time, Brent. It is a thing of beauty.
It's pretty awesome to see that kind of confidence where a guy just lays in the weeds for a little while and then in the biggest moments comes in and stands out. So that's not always just about Jimmy Butler. It's about his team having that kind of confidence in how he performs in the biggest moments.
Now Curry, after Zach LaVine missed from long range. And that's good. Stephen Curry for three.
I mean, he's like a magician how quickly he gets that shot off. Was it ever there?
Sabonis kicks to Murray. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. DeRozan on the wing. Good ball movement here by the Kings.
Oh!
Yes, sir.
And showing some creativity. Murray smooth and legal.
Butler is screen on Ellis. Here's Curry. And Sabonis pulls it down. Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Over to the left wing. Drills the three-pointer. Sabonis has got his second bucket of the night.
Well, that's a bonus right there to have DeMontis step out and shoot the three and stretch out the defense.
It's Curry outside. Curry with another miss. Sacramento's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Ellis left side. It's up a three. Green with the rebound.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Ellis with the screen for Levine. The Warriors pull it in.
Let's hope for his sake that he does not try that one ever again.
Kuminga dishes to Curry. Over Levine. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Curry's got 5 now.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Bean passes to Sabonis. Shakes him. And slam dunk by Sabonis.
And Sabonis getting his entire body up that time for the jam.
The Warriors trail. While the Kings went from 3 seed in 2023 to out of the playoffs completely, Brent, last season.
Well, it speaks to how competitive the Western Conference was. You know, you got to realize, Kevin, Sacramento won just 2 less games than they did after that magical run in 2023. The West was just better. So the Kings got to fill some holes, find some pieces, and hopefully have some guys improve upon what they did last season.
Now here's Levine. Outside, Sabonis. Clock is at 3. It's rebounded by Curry.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
Oh, very clever from Curry. They're attracting the defense and then just giving it away.
Kuminga against DeRozan. Sabonis' screen on Kuminga. And DeRozan kicks to Sabonis. Murray right side. Back to Sabonis. A second chance effort. He lays it in. 10 points for him.
Good determination as Sabonis worked his way through contact.
The Warriors have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Butler against Levine. The kick out to Sabonis. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Sabonis has got 13 points.
Sabonis is such a difficult guy to guard, and right now he is going off.
Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one.
A good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Warriors ahead. They're up. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game stats-wise?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
The post pair for him will be Murray and Sabonis. Zach LaVine is out there with Ellis. And it's DeRozan in at the 3. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Kings. Brent, Sabonis is truly a player you can run an offense through.
Yeah, he's a guy that you can basically put anywhere on the floor, and all of a sudden good things are going to happen, whether he's playing out of the post and dealing with double teams, or he's at the top of the key, able to read the defense using his vision and his ability as a big to drive the basketball. Domantas, one of the better playmaking 5s that we have in the NBA.
Curry outside. Curry! Oh, what else is new?
3 points.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks. Domantas Sabonis set the longest double-double streak in over half a century last season with 61 straight double-doubles. He said, "It's awesome to be mentioned with the greats. It's my job as a big man to get rebounds and to finish. At the end of the day, we're just out there trying to win." Kevin?
Thank you, David. That double-double streak was a blast to watch. Historic in so many ways. It's stolen by Green. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. There's Kuminga. No good from outside. Sacramento's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. And it's DeRozan missing. The Warriors leading. Out to the right wing. The 3. And it's Kuminga that time on the assist by Green.
Pretty sweet right there. Draymond Green, of course, being unselfish and looking to involve his teammates.
Count that bucket.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Curry against Ellis. Butler sets a screen for Curry. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And here we go with DeRozan running it up the middle. Outside, Levine. That one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Ellis. And Greg, you think about what they call float game. Why does that one shot earn a nickname like that?
I mean, it's a badge of respect, right? The floaters, teardrops, whatever you call them, runners, often the finishing touch to an already well-developed offensive arsenal.
And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition team foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. Sacramento shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
DeRozan scanning the floor. Ellis with a screen on Kuminga. DeRozan passes to Ellis. 6 to shoot. Sacramento needs to get off a shot. DeRozan's shot is good.
Tormenting his way through. DeRozan showing what he's made of.
There's 1:38 left in the first half of basketball. Breaks since reaching 5 consecutive NBA Finals. The Warriors have missed the playoffs 3 of the past 5 years.
And to be fair, they did go 46-36 last season. They were 10 games over 500 last year. So they weren't a bad team, but Golden State doesn't just expect to be in the play-in. They want to be a contender.
Outside, Sabonis. Clock at 6. Inside, Ellis. And Curry pulls it down. And so Curry will bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. To the left side wing. Post misses the shot. Sacramento's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Levine wide open. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist. DeRozan's got 3 assists now in this one. Butler is screen on Ellis. Pull from the top of the key. And it's Sacramento with the rebound.
Sometimes you just have an off night, guys, and that's what we've seen so far.
Bean passes to Sabonis. Murray outside. Curry against Levine. And Levine throws it down.
A way to seize the opportunity. Levine just smashing that one home.
Warriors trail by 4. Outside Curry. Butler is screen on Ellis. Curry kicks to Butler. Over Ellis. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
25.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You know, Domantas Sabonis has been exceptional here, guys.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
Yeah, he keeps tracking down those spots behind the three-point line and finding some open opportunities.
So with Butler sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. They've got Moody. Looney out there with Trace Jackson-Davis. Then it's Hield. And it's Podziemski in at the point. Moody buries the long-range jumper. Moody's got the first bucket of the third here for the Warriors.
Well, that's good teammate stuff right there. Looking for your guys. Buddy Hield has a strong feel for when to give it up.
For 3, Ellis sinks the three-pointer. Ellis has got the lead back up to 4 now for the Kings.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Ray.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Kings. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And for such a young player, Brandon Podziemski has a mature game.
Kevin, his intellect out on the floor, I think, is at an elite level. Brandon does such a good job of hovering around the basket to get rebounds. He advances the ball with the pass. He's driving and always looking for angles. So this is an advantage-created player. And Brandon does a great job of it.
And how committed is Monk there on the attack to the rim? And when he puts it on the deck, he's looking to take it all the way.
Podziemski's shot is good.
I tell you what, he came out of that locker room raring to go.
Monk, the pass to Crowder. Miles sets a screen for Crowder. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Crowder's got the lead up to 4 now for Sacramento.
Crowder just muscling up and playing some man ball in there.
Here's Podziemski. Crowder with the steal. Monk outside. Pass to Valanciunas. Here's LaRavia, defended by Moody. Just 5 to shoot. Outside Crowder. Beyond the arc. And Moody pulls it down. Warriors trail by 4. To the left wing. Down low. Back to Jackson Davis. Healed outside. There's the pick. There's the triple. Sacramento grabs the miss. Crowder feeling it out a bit, but no one around him. Buries it from three-point range. Now it's a 7-point Kings lead.
How about the quickness of that release by Monk? An experienced catch-and-shoot player who feels comfortable firing from deep.
Now Moody
2 minutes remaining in the third.
fires the three. Crowder pulls it in. Kings leading now by 7. Well, Brett, last season was disappointing for the Kings after being eliminated in the play-in.
Yeah, a little bit of regression. They did have some key injuries to some guys in the stretch of the season that was vital for them to make the playoff push. But I think it helped them realize just how fun the playoffs are and just how hard it is to get back there. And maybe in this offseason they come back a little bit more focused, knowing how loaded the Western Conference is.
Monk outside. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Hield. To the wing right side. Here's Moody. Offline with his three. Sacramento's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. 6 of 13. Valanciunas sets a screen for Crowder. 56 seconds left to play in the third.
Well, nice defense from Looney, able to totally upset the shot because of his positioning.
Hield with the bucket.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big time mistake.
Monk for three. Here's Valanciunas. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
It's so hard to move him out, trust me. Major damage on the boards being done by Valanciunas.
Pass to Looney. Back to Pajemski. To the inside. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Miles kicks to Valanciunas. Monk with the ball. He has 5. And then Monk with the dunk.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Three-pointer Hield. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Kings. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
The passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. DeRozan and Murray slot in at the small and power forward. Ellis is out there with Levine, and it's Sabonis in at the 5 down low. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldrin.
Hey guys, I was able to catch the message Steve Kerr gave to his team. Now he asked the defense to lock it down inside. He said, let's get physical. I don't want them to think we're soft in there. No more easy shots in the paint. So that's what the defense is set to do. Guys?
Thank you, David.
With a flush, DeMar getting up.
They get it back. Outside for Curry. Green with a screen for Curry. Lets it go with a 3. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Sabonis has got his 7th rebound here tonight. DeRozan finds Levine. It's stolen by Green.
Sacramento foul.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Kings.
And they're playing beautiful basketball right now, racking up the assists by playing so unselfishly, just finding the open man.
And I feel like another part of tonight's game has been the hustle points, getting up and down, getting second chances, getting transition opportunities. They've been fantastic in that area.
Outside, Kuminga. Shot clock at 6. Fires the 3. And the Warriors miss again. Sacramento leading by 6. To the middle. It's stolen by Green. And here we go. Fast break. Kuminga's got it. And Curry the bucket on the assist by Kuminga.
3 points.
Kuminga's got 3 assists now in this one. Right side, Sabonis. And slam dunk by Sabonis.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Here's Curry. And Sabonis pulls it down. Sabonis has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And DeRozan kicks to Sabonis. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul. Second.
Sabonis, a guy that's just always ready for physical play and will take the action right to you.
And Sabonis drops them both. Here's Curry. Outside, Green. No good on the 3. Kings leading now by 7. Sabonis inside, headed by Green. Outside, DeRozan. Ellis with a screen on Kuminga. 6 to shoot, and finished off by DeRozan.
Watch out now. When DeRozan is moving like this towards the hoop, you're in for a show.
Levine against Butler. Back to Levine, and the jam by Levine.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in. When the player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
Kick out to Levine. Up top, Sabonis. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. 19 points for Sabonis.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactics.
A minute 20 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Sabonis can't get that one to go. Warriors trail by 11. Now here's Curry. Butler sets a screen for Curry. From outside, off the mark. And here now the Kings. They've outscored them 10 points to 2 during this run.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for Sacramento.
2 great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Domantas Sabonis.
Well, a consistent intensity is what he brought to the floor here. He hit the glass hard, and he came up with a ton of rebounds.
There's Levine, and Levine throws it down.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
A huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
And here's Levine, who brings it up for the King. Here's Sabonis. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. And the Kings lead by 10. And so it's Sacramento easily grabbing this one. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. So for David Aldridge, Craig Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. See you next time.
Grab some popcorn for this face-off at the center position tonight, Grant.
Oh, no question, B.A. I mean, these bigs bring the size and skill. Who has more tools in their toolkit? I mean, we're about to find out.
And now the Los Angeles starters. Harden and Powell, their backcourt. Kawhi and Zubac make up the front court. And it's Jones in at the 3. Pass to Murray. Takes a 3. It's rebounded by Los Angeles.
Team's foul. Ellis. First personal foul. First team foul.
Now here's Harden. Guarded closely. Leonard outside. The 3. DeRozan with the rebound.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Levine passes to Ellis. Kicks it to DeRozan. To the left side wing. Ellis, good.
DeMar DeRozan finding his teammate with an on-time, on-target pass.
Endorse the Clippers with new jerseys, a shiny new arena, and an ownership group that is very aggressive. They want some shiny hardware to go with it.
Yeah, you have to appreciate an ownership group that is willing to spend and make all the right moves in order to position yourself for the championship. But now the players need to come through. And what has been their undoing in recent years is injuries and the lack of availability of their best players. Age and health still hover over this organization.
Clock at 6. Sabonis with a screen on Jones. Late clock here. The Kings need to get one up. Sabonis can't hit. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Here's Leonard. Pass to Zubac. Out to Leonard. Let's go with a 3. He buries it from 3.
This guy has such a nose for the basket. Kawhi Leonard not afraid to let it fly on the catch.
Levine against Jones. Sabonis with a screen on Jones. Sabonis left side. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. The Clippers have gone 2 for 5 here in the first. Here's Harden. Count it. And that shot gets him in the books. He's 1 for 3.
This is one of the specialty shots in James's arsenal. This guy with the teardrop floater. Good night.
Here's Ellis. Picked by Sabonis. Ellis passes to Sabonis. Knocks it down from distance.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
And here's Harden. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey, Brian, one nickname you hear for DeMar DeRozan is the lone mid-ranger. He said you can operate freely in the mid-range. It's like an ocean out there. If you're smart, you can take advantage of the space and pick teams apart. Brian?
He's an expert tactician working in between. Thanks, Allie. Well, Doris, whenever Derek Jones Jr. is out there, we're all expecting a highlight from him.
Oh, there's no question. The dunk champion back in 2020. This guy is only 6'6", but his hops, some of the epic throwdowns he has, oh my goodness.
Now here's DeRozan. No points so far. Sabonis with a screen on Powell. DeRozan passes to Sabonis. Yes, great play by DeRozan to set him up.
Don't sleep on the big man now. Domantas Sabonis can be effective in catch and shoot.
Double team on Leonard. Driving in. Drops in the layup for 2. Leonard's got 5 now.
Now you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Now here's Sabonis. 6 points for him. That bucket makes him 3 for 5.
Domantas Sabonis, such a talented finisher. He's got speed, he's got length, he's got touch. That is nice.
Harden surveying the D. Leonard with a screen on DeRozan. Down low. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, and absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. Now here's Sabonis. Give him 8. launches it. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Powell passes to Harden. Zubac's high post. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Here's Sabonis. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. Well, a good close. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. What do you guys think about Los Angeles here in this one?
Well, coming into tonight, maybe you thought they were going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Nope, that's not the case.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
And so in the game for Los Angeles, Harden and Powell, their backcourt. Kawhi and Zubac make up the front court. And it's Jones in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Murray. Still no points. And Sabonis the bucket on the assist by Murray.
Sabonis has shown he is very capable as a face-up jump shooter. Doesn't matter the range, this guy is doing work.
Here's Harden. He hits that one. 2 for 5 now.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
Jones against Levine. Sabonis with a screen on Jones. Levine passes to Sabonis. Great D that time from Zubac.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
His hang time on the rim puts a sweet cherry on top, BA.
It's a close game, and those displays of explosiveness can jumpstart a team. Now here's DeRozan. Sabonis with a screen on Harden. Pass to Ellis. 4-3. Good. And it's DeRozan who picks up the assist. DeRozan's got 3 assists now in this one. The Clippers in the lead. And the Kings have held tough. But it seems like the West has gotten tougher, Greg.
Well, what's the saying? If you're not getting better, you're getting worse. And the Kings have to find that next level.
Sabonis against Harden. Sabonis, the pass to DeRozan. And the Kings with another 3.
Yeah, out of the corner, DeRozan finding the open space on the floor.
To the middle. Here's Zubac. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
That's about reading the floor. Hits his man right where he wanted it.
Here's Levine. In close. Levine puts it up and in.
I'll tell you what, how high Levine gets on the jump. This guy's such an effective scorer on the inside.
Here's Harden. Sinks his 3rd bucket. He's 3 for 6 now.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
Levine against Zubac. Out to Sabonis. Sabonis draws the double. Oh, stolen by Harden. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Doris, looking back at James Harden's time in Houston, what an incredible individual run he went on.
Come on, Brian. Finished in the top 3 in MVP voting 5 times with the Rockets. Came so close to getting to an NBA Finals. He's still beloved in the city of Houston.
And the dunk by Leonard.
As unassuming as he looks sometimes, Kawhi Leonard finishes with authority off the dribble.
And they double up Murray. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Pass to Ellis. 1:44 left to play in the first half. 4 on the clock. Here's DeRozan. Ellis passes to Levine. Off off target from outside.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good.
Out to Powell from downtown. Yes, and a nice assist from Harden. Harden's got 3 assists tonight.
Norman Powell with the rise and fire from three-point territory. Pretty delivery.
Jones, the pass to Zubac. Leonard on the wing. Outside Harden. Zubac with it. Picked up by DeRozan. Leonard for 3. Rebounded. Domantas Sabonis. Kings trail by 6. Out to the right wing. Here's Ellis. Out covers. Ellis passes to Murray. Here's Ellis. Picked by Murray. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Time called here. The Kings decide to talk it over.
And no doubt, coach wants them to improve their interior defense.
I think right now they're giving up way too many easy looks. That is a recipe for disaster.
26 seconds left in the first half. Zubac screen. Harden to pass to Zubac. And here's Leonard. 6 to shoot. From the arc. He can't get that one to fall. And so it's Los Angeles leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Just pound. Okay, Allie, appreciate it. And folks, we'll be back after halftime to begin the third quarter.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum line. They're measuring up the shot.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Without question, Kawhi Leonard displaying his skills today.
He's been on a tear so far, throwing down some vicious dunks. I was a little worried for the rim in the first half.
His power is unbelievable, an intimidating force when he's at his best.
Malik Monk is out there with Jay Crowder. Then it's Trey Lyles. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. And it's LaRavia in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. When you look back at the history of the league, Doris, no position has evolved more than the center.
You know, B.A., that's a tremendous point because when you look at some of the best players in the league, they occupy the 5 spot. They're asked to do so much. Defensively, protect the rim. Be able to switch out and guard smaller players on the perimeter. Now you're being asked to be able to make shots from 3. I mean, big man's got a lot of responsibility in today's game.
Here's Eubanks. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
And for those tuning in, we're about a minute into this second half. Shot clock at 6. Outside Bogdanovich. Batum. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
Wow, what soft touch from Nick Batum. This guy has no trouble finishing in the painted area.
Out of bounds. Kings ball as Sacramento keeps possession. The Clippers on D. Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. 6 on the shot clock. Inside. Here's Crowder. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Dunn outside. Batum with a screen on Monk. Dunn, the pass to Eubanks. Dunn right side. Sweet little floater. And it's a 12-point Los Angeles lead.
That's unblockable, that floater. One of the many shots in Dunn's arsenal.
Doris, not long ago, the Clippers were not associated with star power.
It's very true, BA, but they are now. And it's not just the talent that they have, it's the experience that their guys bring to the court. They now have a core of big-time players who've been through virtually everything in the league.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, the slam dunk is arguably pro basketball's signature play. And forward Nicholas Batum said growing up, you have so much joy in dunking. You're one of the few people in the world that can. But Father Time marches on, and like most vets, he's come to grips with the reality. He said, my body told me, no more, bro.
Well, leave that to the youngsters now, right? All right, Allie, thanks. Here's Lyles, defended by Dunn. And Chris Dunn gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Outside Monk. Just 5 to shoot. High post, Valanciunas. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
I tell you, you allow Jonas Valanciunas space and he will throw it down. He's got the size and length to make it look easy.
Eubanks the screen. Floats one up. The shot by Dunn, no good. And so it's Valanciunas who brings up the ball for the Sacramento Kings. They trail by 11. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets. I'll tell you, everything went right in terms of execution. He just can't get it to go.
Pass to LaRavia. Boom! He jams it straight down.
And he brings this game a little closer using a huge one-hand slam.
That's a great way to get your team back into it.
Sacramento foul. LaRavia. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Sacramento on D. 7-point differential. Here's Batum. Outside Bogdanovich. And he drives in. Dunn outside. Clock at 6. Three-pointer. Valanciunas with a rebound. The Kings have gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter. There's 39 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Outside Monk. Back to Valanciunas. Outside Monk. Rebound by the Clippers. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Pass to Batum. Bogdanovich against Crowder. Now here's Bogdanovich. Tightly guarded. To snap the cold streak. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy. Bogdanovich has gotten his second bucket.
Simple. The closer you are to the hoop, the better your chance to score.
And so it's Los Angeles. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And from the two-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. And so in the game for Los Angeles, Harden and Powell, their backcourt. Kawhi and Zubats make up the front court. And it's Jones in at the small forward position. Levine surveys the D. To the inside. Oh, DeRozan getting it done inside.
Now, DeMar DeRozan operating on the interior. So savvy, so crafty.
Three-pointer, Harden. Rebounded, Domantas Sabonis. Sabonis has got 4 rebounds now. And there's the foul. It'll go on Norman Powell. That's his first foul of the game. The Kings making a switch here. Valanciunas is checked in.
For your Kings.
DeRozan down low, defended by Harden. DeRozan passes to Valanciunas. Here's Ellis. The three ball. Knocks down the long J.
Boy, that play developed just the way they wanted, and Valanciunas made sure they got the bucket. What a tremendous pass.
Out to Leonard. Jones with a screen on DeRozan. Here's Leonard. Powell for three. Connects from downtown. And the Clippers lead by 10.
Kawhi understands now. He commands so much attention that his passing ability has got to be on point.
Valanciunas sets a screen. How about Levine showing off the range?
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Zubac with a screen on Murray. Here's Leonard. Pass to Zubac. Outside Jones. 6 to shoot. Zubac with a screen on DeRozan. Jones from outside. Valanciunas with a rebound. Valanciunas has got his 4th rebound in this one. DeRozan passes to Valanciunas. Valanciunas with a screen on Harden. And the call will be against James Harden. That's his first foul of the game. Zubac with the steal.
What outstanding defensive anticipation and a poor decision passing.
Outside Harden puts up a deep three. Valanciunas with a rebound. Kings trail by 7. Up top Levine, defended by Jones. The Kings call timeout. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey guys, I was able to listen in on the Kings head coach talk to his team during the break. First and foremost, he wants to see more points on the break. He asked his team, where's the urgency? We know what we can do in transition. Now let's go out and do it. We'll see if they can pick up the tempo, guys.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Drains the triple.
Fantastic look, but that's a bit redundant for James Harden.
They kick it out to Murray. DeRozan outside. Back to Murray. To the paint. And DeRozan gets it to go on the assist by Murray.
Sees his man, threads the pass inside. Excellent teamwork.
Leonard double team. Outside Harden. Down low. Out left to the wing. Oh, a good look from Zubac. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Valanciunas has got his 6th rebound on the night. Kicks it to DeRozan. Puts up a 3. Drops in the 3. Now just a 5-point Los Angeles lead.
Oh, my goodness. You could tell DeMar DeRozan demanded the basketball. He wanted the chance to be the deciding factor.
The Kings have gotten 5 of 6 shots to go in the 4th. Stolen by Harden. Pass to Leonard. It's Powell on the wing. Yes, and a nice assist from Harden. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
You have to be a fan of the energy they've played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
I think it's also important we have to acknowledge how many scoring opportunities they've created from their spectacular defense, getting a bunch of points off turnovers.
Valanciunas, just 2 to shoot. Here's Levine for 3. The Clippers grab the miss. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Back to Leonard. Zubac with a screen on DeRozan. Leonard can't get it to go.
And just not enough time for them to get back in this game.
I'll tell you, it's never an easy point in the game, knowing whatever you do, you're still coming away with the L.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
.11 seconds left in the game. 5 ticks left in the fourth quarter. So the Clippers win it. All right, Allie, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.